Welcome to Golden Mission 144. Welcome Divine. This is an entry portal of twin flames onto the ascension journey as light workers on earth. We read tarot here to spark soul light. Love it when that music goes in octane. To strike soul light and spark awakenings of what's already known, resonating with your soul. For us to expand brighter in our lives, platforms, and purposes. Divine masculine and divine feminine are duo energies in all of us. You can dominate in one at any time. Now, pain is a portal that can pull down during ascension. So be sure to check out Introduction to Pain Transmutation if you have not learned how to transmute pain of the past, pain of the present, to be able to create the future in which you desire. As the divine are manifestors. Seek out support. You can book a session with me. You can grab my book. They all walk you through those dark nights to light. So we are going to get in and see what is going on with the energy of divine feminine and divine masculine right now. I know you feel it. And this is a different feel, right? I know. I know. We are in third party completion. But you got to understand where this third party completion is stemming from. This is third party completion from over a decade ago, 7 years, 3 years. I'm getting etc. And it's so interesting because those markers mark where I can pinpoint third-party completions throughout my life. But I'm getting that the portal of energy is open for third-party completions on many-year domains, but definitely those over a decade, definitely those in that 7 year, definitely because I'm getting that 2011, 2012 time period. And definitely that 3 year period of time, which is amazing here on earth. Third-party completion has been, third-party completion has been desired more than anything. And it's beginning the process where it is like totally happening. Check out all the readings for the month of July. They tell you so much because this is a amazing month. We are clearing off the residue, Did I tell you that first one? Clearing off the residue of everything that is there on those foundations so those platforms and that building can persist. We'll go ahead and take that exactly how it is. I was going to put it back in, but they're coming out how they want to, and then that comes with it. Okay, and then there's that. All right, so we already know what's going down. Yeah. So check out all of those that are marked July. They are telling you everything can happen at any time in your life. There are so many openings right now. We have all of these planets in Mercury retrograde that is there and supporting you. You have so much energy to align yourself with, to be where you want to be, have what you want to have, heal what you want to heal, do what you want to do, be with who you want to be with. It is that time right now. Everything is working with you. We have the union energies are happening. You got to understand when people come into union, it doesn't matter if it's not you. When people come into union, they create union energy on this planet, which makes it easier for you to come into union in many ways. And you guys expand on your platforms and you begin to show additional routes. And you got to understand that if we take this and we make this physical world 3D, we can equivalent this to slavery. So if somebody comes and say, hey, this is the way out. Hey, this is another way out. This is another way out. This isn't happening 3D physical. This is happening consciousness level. So many of you are developing a higher consciousness to be able to literally guide people out of dark, painful experiences. How? Because you've lived them and you've gotten out yourself. This is an amazing time. And for that very reason, we have been thrust into the completion of 3D interruption when it comes to third parties. Because what is happening is that the twins, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, have taken in the understanding that there is no excuse for you not to be loved. There is no third party excuse for you not to be loved. None of them matter. None of them are valid. None of them supersede that you are to be loved, because you require love for your optimal well-being and functioning. You're recognizing that the ability not to feel good, to scale high and align in ways that you needed to align is because you weren't receiving what was necessary to you. It's necessary for you as a divine being to feel love like it is for your 3D physical body structure to have food and water. There is no excuse for you not to be loved, because it's not on the chopping block for rationing. It's not as an option to negotiate. It is a requirement. And that is what the divine feminine and the divine masculine are recognizing heavy here on the planet. That is eradicating third party relevance and ability to survive. Because once the divine feminine and the divine masculine take their attention off of all third party, then third party can no longer be the excuse. Yes, because there is no excuse not to feel loved when it's needed and necessary, proven by so many. So let's get right into this, guys. I'm not even doing, am I doing clarifiers? I don't even feel like I need a clarifier. We're going to do this just visual with the cards. We're just going to go with it. Look at this. 2 of Swords, but I want you to look at this from a visual perspective. So this is, I am balancing, and you got to know, even knowing what this card really means, it's that conformity, you know? So it's like, I am balanced out here with everything. I can't see it. You know, I don't know what's going on. I can't see it. I'm not fully necessarily enjoying it all, because it's taking everything in me to balance in this space to be here connected to it all. And this is people, situations, and friends, family, love ships, just so many various things of, hey, I am balancing my ability to stay connected to this, even ways of thought, because, you know, it goes up here, and Swords is about that thought. So just balancing my way of trying to stay afloat, but I still, and stay connected. Else. And that's a big jump for a divine being. A big jump, okay? Wow. And you can even see those peaks of light under the feet. Peaks of light with the feet being yellow. The moon there and a little bit right there on the hip. See that? Just a little bit. So I'm here. I can't see anything. I'm connected to everything, but I'm not really happy. The happiness, I got a little bit under my feet. But I'm holding steady. Nobody knows. I'm keeping it all together, okay? Nobody knows that I'm down to this much yellow sunlight happiness down to my feet and everything else is gray. Nobody knows that because I'm balancing and staying connected to it all. So we go fully into where it's like boom. And this is where we are with the divine feminine and the divine masculine energy that we have going on right here. Many of you are recognizing this thing is happening in both sides. It's happening in both sides. It's like, yeah. Because when the energies get into union, that's when things go down. Especially when that masculine energy is like, I'm game. Because that is definitely our action moving energy here. And it does things very fast and very abrupt. So when we have here that we're sitting here now with the 5 of Cups and it's like, oh shoot. So how will we right here, everything all together, nobody knows, I just got a little bit of light of happiness under my feet just holding this all together, and I got to be so connected to the divine. I mean morning, noon, lunch, dinner, everything I'm reading and saying, doing, where I'm going, because this whole situation, all it takes is the wind and I'm going. So then we have right here where it goes right into bam, 5 of Cups. All emotions are spilt out. You know, we're out here. We got that water flowing. It's just like, oh, what I had. And now I visually see it. I visually see it. I see the loss. And I see what's standing and I see what's not standing. This is where the energies are right now. That it's no longer needing to make it seem like it's all held together. The divine feminine and divine masculine are no longer taking responsibility for this play. This play of making it seem like it's all together, because they're like, you know, that's not truth. That's not truth. So they're like, I'm okay seeing what it is, facing what it is, seeing what the losses are, seeing what's left. They're okay with that. And in doing that, it's actually reversing that devil energy that the divine feminine and divine masculine have been dealing with. Because when they're able to face their truths of things, then it's not that energy that is linking them to people in the way of this codependency. Because it's like those things that they're not able to face is the big giant of darkness that has them in those codependent bondings. So it's like, no, I don't have to do that. I can actually face truth. And I don't even have to take responsibility. So they're like, we're reversing this. I don't even have to take responsibility. Meaning that if I'm aligned to someone, I don't have to be codependently aligned to that person. I can see the truth of what is going on with that person. I can see the truth of the situation. They're not taking responsibility and feeling like they have to fix something and take something on, and it becoming this big old giant that connects them to another person, where they're dealing with the other person in connection to this large enemy energy that they're trying to eradicate but really have become slave to. They're like, no, I don't have to do that, which is very, very important, because then we go into the wheel of fortune. So it's like, well, if you're not going to codependently connect to this stuff and then connect to people by way of dealing with their big devil and your devil, and we just have this big old connection of these things that we're unable to necessarily face because we can't face the truth about it, then what's going down? And it's like, well, the wheel of fortune is getting ready to happen. Things are getting ready to move forward by way of, if you're able to see what you're working with, you're able to speak the truth, you're able to stand in your command and power, is what the divine feminine and divine masculine are recognizing. Not seeing and facing the truth of themselves and facing the truth of those around them, it did not allow them to be in that command power. And it's like, why do you need to be in that command power, divine feminine and divine masculine? You have to be in that command power for this reason. You see this? This is what's new to the divine feminine and divine masculine that they are serious about right now and they're not playing with. You see that coin on the crown. You see that coin right here within the heart chakra position. And do you see that coin as the foundational place that they're standing on? They are making sure they are good. They are making sure they are loved. They are making sure they have their inheritance. They are making sure they have what they need. When you go coin, it's not just about the money. It is really the abundance of their well-being, but it's also, because we are on a planetary system that function off of the currency of money, it is also that for the divine feminine, divine masculine, but it's to the degree of what's necessary for them. Do you see that all this is measured according to them? So they are making sure they are taken care of. So in seeing the truth, facing the truth, not just blindly doing things to get along and stay aligned and balanced with people and suppressing your own happiness, they're like, no, I'm going to face the truth. And in facing the truth, it means that they don't have to get codependently attached to people and what they have going on that they're not ready to face. They're skipping all of that. And they're like, I'm seeing the truth as to what's going on with you. Yeah, I love you, but I don't have to attach to you with this issue. Yeah, I love you, but I don't have to attach to you with this issue, because it's out of line for me to come inside of your journey and say to you that me as a divine being is going to be able to fix this for you without your consent, or even for me to align with you in it and not allow you to see that I truly don't live this way. I don't truly live that way, which means that I'm not being the guiding light that I was put here to be. I really truly live another way, and I can't codependently attach to people and live these lives in which the divine feminine really doesn't live. They don't live that way. The divine masculine really don't live that way. They don't think that way. They don't like this stuff. So they're like, I can't suppress my happiness and only have it under my feet just to do the get along game. And I know that I'm going to lose people. I know I'm going to have some losses. I know I'm going to lose 3 when I have 2. I know I'm going to have those losses, okay? You lose family, you lose friends, you lose association, you lose money, you lose time, you lose a lot of different things while you're figuring this out. While you're figuring out what's for you and what's not for you. Because a lot of times you sign up for things that you're thinking that are for you, and then you find out that they hold no value in your life. The journey reveals that to you. It reveals the truth to you. You're doing good if you have a couple here that are standing, that you get to move with you along with your journey. But you also know that all that was necessary. All that was necessary to understand this. To understand not to align with people, which means that if you are down, sick, hurt, depressed, don't want to work on your stuff, addiction, that you don't want to have a loving relationship, that you're in a pain cycle, if you're in self-hate, then I have to attach onto it with you and feel that pain with you. No, that's not a necessary component. That's not a love situation. That's this type of situation. But truth is, what's being recognized is that the divine is saying that they're attaching to the person. But really what they're doing is that they're bringing their darkness to the table. And they're allowing their person to bring their darkness to the table. And they're sitting there in it. And what they've decided is we're going to be a holding cell that does not grow. They're saying, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to live in that pain. We're going to move forward. No matter who we're aligned to, we're going to feel good. We're going to keep ascending. We're going to stay lit regardless. We're not going to suppress that just to balance and be blind and get along. And then that allows them to speak with command and power the truth, because the divine feminine, divine masculine are understanding what it means to have that setting apart, and that it's not a bad thing. It's not a thing according to arrogance. It's what's needed in guiding and lifting the earth, which is going to allow them to have everything that they need to do what? Have the Ace of Swords. Triumph and success in everything. Everything. Because of what? They've allowed their wisdom to start guiding them at the bottom of the deck. their divine knowing, which is their intuition, which is their gifting, that says, let me show you the truth of this situation and be strong enough to see it. Don't allow your pain of the past to not allow you to see the truth. The truth is what sets you free, but you're thinking the truth is going to be this or that because you're assigning it to old stuff because you're not living in the present. You're living in the past when you do that. Okay? But in the present, it's like, let me always show you the truth so you know which way to go. And then after a while, you'll get to where you won't have more down and less up. You start consciously with your divinity choosing the good life. You start seeing it and then powerfully commanding towards that direction and always choosing what's best for you. Always choosing what's best for you because you know it, that spacing. And then it allows you to have that triumph and success in life in everything that you've been trying to get by doing the get along balance and act where you stay blind, have your happiness under your feet with a little bit of a patch coming out the side, but everything else, that's it. You can't stay lit. Being lit is a secret. Being lit is in the house. Being lit is away from people because when you're around them, you're having to go into this codependent structure where, oh shoot, my happiness is going down, down. Oh shoot, my peace is going down, down. Oh, my wisdom, oh, my intelligence, everything I know, down, down. I have to act, boom, I'm right here shackled, enslaved. That way I can then be in balance. Even though my happiness is down here, then I'm codependent with other people and it's fine. They're like, no, we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to be the guiding light. We're going to be who we are. Yeah, we do know a little something about this. Yes, you are open to this or that. Yes, you do like knowing new things. Yes, you just are who you are. Yes, you just are who you are. And yes, it's okay to be happy and fine, even if nobody else is happy and fine around you and doing what's necessary, because that is the guiding light of those to come out. Those to come out. It's not to bond in the enslavement of pain. The divine are learning that we get rid of and heal our pain, and that is what we give to those that we love. Because then they see how unbothered that we can be, and then they learn to be as unbothered through us. And you're okay being set apart for the transition that's necessary, not taking it personal, because you also know that that was still a form of codependency, which means that I can't accept the divide that's necessary to take the platform that's necessary to help and lift people up. And it's like, well, then what are we doing here? All right. The golden mission. The golden mission is union. Union within self, then union with others.